the story we think we know, well, it's only half of it. And believe me, the other half is much, much darker. And that's because it's a tragedy on a grand scale, a story of just unbelievable genius being completely undone by some really profound personal weaknesses. And that really brings us to the big question we're tackling here. How does a man who saw so clearly how to lift up all of humanity fail so spectacularly at saving himself? What on earth happened that led to his shocking, catastrophic fall from grace? To really get it, you have to understand what we can call the Bacon paradox. Here was a man who had this sublime intellect. He could see right into the heart of human potential, our greatness, our flaws, our ability to find truth, and our talent for fooling ourselves. He understood all of it, and yet he just couldn't live by his own wisdom. When you boil it all down, it comes back to one single fatal flaw that just poisoned everything. In the words of his biographer, he was a pleaser of men. He just could not resist the allure of immediate power. He thought he could play the game, manipulate the powerful by seeming to agree with them, by submitting. But in the end, that very act of submitting is what would completely ruin him. But okay, before we get to the fall, we have to talk about the dream. Because he had this magnificent, all-consuming vision that was the real passion of his life. Just listen to the sheer audacity of this statement. He's only 31 years old, and he basically declares that his life's mission is to completely reform all of human knowledge. He wanted to create a brand new way of understanding the world, to give humanity total command over nature, all for the good of mankind. It's just staggering. And right there, that was the central conflict of his entire life. See, to fund this grand, world-changing dream, he believed he needed two things: power and money. So you have this insane contrast. While his mind is soaring, planning the conquest of nature, his days are spent in the grubby, messy reality of court politics, always looking for a better job, constantly begging for money, and just enduring one humiliation after another. And this relentless quest for power forced him into two relationships that would come to define his life, and ultimately his disgrace.